Take number 3. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Today, we're gonna do a tier list post-Nexus. That's the first thing to say. The second thing to say is it's hot as hell here. And this doesn't do nothing. Let's proceed. So, the first deck to talk about is gonna be Altergeist. Altergeist is a deck that was born as a control. Then he started to play as a mid-range, and now he tries to play as a combo. The deck doesn't even know what it is, so we're gonna put it in just don't, because, you know, like, he doesn't know what it is. Why am I supposed to know what it is right now? So, Stun Turbo. Stun Turbo is like a Pedula idea of my editor, because he loves those dog shit ass cheeks decks. Yeah, just don't. Branded less, solid point 1.5. This deck is at the top of 1.5. Branded less, my brothers and sisters, because the deck doesn't lose to anything except itself. And shifter sometimes. Branded, solid 1.5. Tier, solid tier 2. The deck, like, I don't think the deck is bad. Don't get me wrong. The deck actually topped some events. It's like, it really does not feel good. Like, it sounds too much like RNG, like randomized. The deck definitely mills a lot, but again, there are some very unplayable ends. It's like breaking 3 times out of 10, maybe 2. I don't think the deck is bad, but I do not compare those to the 1.5 or tier 1 decks. But the deck is doing decently. Chimera Turbo. Chimera Turbo can actually, I'm gonna put it as a tier 2, but I do believe it has high potential to be a 1.5 close to branded. I'm working on some version of the Chimera deck. I didn't solve it yet. Right now the deck seems very decent, but if I can mix it like with branded in a good way, if that makes sense, if I can cook it up with branded in order to solve some of the choke points of the deck, I do believe it has high potential to be a 1.5. Dark Words, solid tier 2 deck. Nothing to say about it. Like, it wins mostly all the game once, except against Cash, but against any other deck, the deck is super powerful, even going second, especially if you are playing Trigrafa. Dino, solid tier 2 deck. Yeah, I do like Dino as a tier 2 deck, solid combo deck, but it's not it yet. Rocket, I do believe it's a solid 1.5. The deck is showcasing a lot recently. If it's not Cash, the deck usually has a very high win rate against any other deck that's not Cash, but even against Cash, you just solve the issue in the side deck. N3sh, Rogue at best. Flounder, 1.5. I do believe that Flounder is a 1.5. Yes, I know. You guys are all disappointed. Now, the issue about Flounder is it does not have any specific loose condition except for itself. The deck bricks, there is a factual that the deck bricks, but it is a very good meta call. Also loses to Droll, there is another fact, but I do believe the deck is still like a perfect counterplay in a various format. Runic Furair, I put it as a 1.5 last time. I'm gonna do the same this time. I think actually no. Actually, was it a 1.5 last time? I do believe so. I do believe that this version was a 1.5 last time, and we are gonna do the same this time. I think the deck is not bad, but again, it doesn't feel like a tier 1. Twin, it was a tier 1 last time. I do believe the deck is not being played anymore. It's not as good as before, because now there are more decks that play bestials like Dragon Link, like, again, brandedless, if there are any brandedless players around. Like, there are more bestials anyway in the meta. So I do believe this deck gets worse with bestial in the meta, especially because, like, Druid Swarm, like, literally kill the entire board, because they are gonna end on Carrot. They don't end on red usually. Gold Pride, tier 2. Combo deck, nice, like, with punks though. Without punks, like, just don't. But with punks, tier 2. Hero, again, I think Hero has potential. I gave it a 1.5 last time. We're gonna do it again. And then after I said that, actually Hero topped. So this time, we're gonna believe in the Hero players, and we give it a 1.5 bottom. Bottom, 1.5. We're gonna give it at the bottom of 1.5. I do believe that Hero has still some ways to improve. All it needs is just a very good and knowledgeable player to start playing the deck and solve all the issues. But to be honest, the deck does not feel bad. I tested it a little bit. I'm not a pro player as an Hero player, but I can tell you it feels good. Furniture Labyrinth. The Furniture Labyrinth version 1.5, to be honest. I do believe that in this format, specifically with Runic and stuff, Furniture Labyrinth feels the worst. I know there are a lot of 1.5, but that's it. Post Nexus, we got Infernoble. Infernoble is without the fire support of the battling box that we're gonna get 2 weeks later. Like, I would say, after the battling boxer support would be maybe, depending, like, if we can solve some issues about the combo, can be maybe bottom 1.5, but now it has, like it's sealed as a tier 2 deck because it didn't solve a lot of issues. As you guys can see, there are decks in the tier 2 that have consistency issues, or decks that their combo is not completed. Like, for example, for Dino, that is missing some pieces, and also because Misk is at 1. For this deck, it does not have a way to out consistently Dark Ruler without the fire support of the Battling Boxer. So it has to be a tier 2. For the Chimera deck again, it doesn't feel like too good right now. It has some very good matchups. For now, I need to solve the deck. I'm literally not sure if I would place it as a tier 2 1.5, but I have to wait still, to be honest. I'm not sure yet. I think people should mess around with the Chimera stuff because I think it's interesting. Kashtira, tier 1. Labyrinth Pure, tier 1. Evil Twin Pure, tier 2. Mannadium, tier 2. Because I tested it. It just doesn't feel like it solved some issue of the combo. The issue about Mannadium is body removals going second. Body removals going second destroy the deck. Like, I feel like every time I tested Mannadium and every time I was going second, I was like, if my opponent has even a bottomless, I lose the game. Mirror Jade on the normal summon, like, it just feels horrible, to be honest. Like, it doesn't feel good. Like, you can fix some of those issues by playing Foolish Goods in order to send the Abscission so you can special summon from your end. But again, like, you have to go -2 for one extender, and any body removals puts you out of the game. It's not a tier 1 or 1.5 decklist. And yes, I do believe that Hero is actually better than Mannadium. Believe it or not. Marine's Rogue. I do not care. I do not give a damn about people saying that Marines is good, that it topped. The deck is just not good. Matmec. With all those bestials going around, Matmec just does not feel it. Citadel, Machina Staff. Machina Staff, Rogue at best. Nemleria. Plunder Patrol. I would say Plunder Patrol is Rogue, but yeah, we're gonna put it as Rogue. Oh, wait a second. So this was, like, my editor Pedula had the audacity to put Gold Pride without any other engine. We move Gold Pride to Don't. Gold Pride with Punks on tier 2. Anyways, Purely, I do believe that Purely has a very good cash matchup. I don't think Purely has a good Labyrinth matchup. I think Purely, if built correctly, can actually be a top tier 1. I do like Purely right now. It is breaky sometimes. I think it's just like it all revolves around building the right list. I do believe that Purely is top 1.5. Top 1.5. I did not test it yet against I mean, against Labyrinth, I know it's bad because we don't have enough. And also, I should change the flex spot if I want it to be good against Labyrinth. Against Runic, it's hard. Against the Furai Runic, I think it's hard. Against the version with the live twin, I think it's more doable. The issue against the Furai version is the fact that they split the interruption in three ways. In between monsters, graveyard they can summon using Rex, and then with Runics. And that's basically like with the graveyard one, it's hard. And so it's very hard to flip a board with Runic Furai. Against Labyrinth, if they have skill drain, it's impossible. Against Cash, it's super easy. I think it's second place, 1.5. Rescue Us is tier 2. It's I think it doesn't even exist, the name, like the nomenclature for this deck. Like if you think about it, there are control decks, mid-range, and combo. Rescue Us is none of those. It's not combo, doesn't feel like a mid-range because it sets 4 and it's not a control. So we're just gonna give a new nomenclature for this deck. We're just gonna call it Us. Synchro stuff, bottom tier 2. The issue is the consistency is very low. I actually calculated the entire consistency with Prosperity 2 and with Small World and stuff, but in order to open the combination you have at best 72% at best to open the deadly combinations. At best. And 70%, around 70%, it's not good. It's just hella inconsistent. Rika, 1.5, solid 1.5. Dogmatica, rogue at best. Sky Striker, don't. Pride, but why all those? Like, bro, I don't need any other version besides the one with Runic. They can all be anywhere. I don't give a damn. Okay, so let me see. So this one, bottom. This one can be a 1.5. And this one, tier 2. So Sprite with Adventure, Sprite with Melfi, solid tier 1.5. With Evil Twin. Sword Soul, rogue at best. Yes, you guys can hate me, okay? You guys can hate me. I'm sorry, bro. It's not like I don't love Sword Soul. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. Tier 2 at best, actually. But, again, like, you cannot get more than this. I fucking love Sword Soul. But, you know what? Like, you know what changed? It changed since when we got our Protoss band. I don't want to be too aggressive by putting it in rogue, but it should be rogue. The chat spoke. Satellar Knight, rogue. Trap Tricks, rogue. Tree Brigade, rogue. Unchained, super interesting. Unchained, we saw Vincenzo Rufino playing it like in an Italian tournament recently, and I think it was super interesting. There are some issues about the deck, but I do believe Hero 1.5 feels so wrong. Okay, cry about it. Cry fucking about it. Are you happy now? I'm sorry, YouTube. There were a viewer of mine that didn't like Hero as a top tier 1.5 because I was giving the deck hope. So blame him! I'm obviously joking, please do not. Do not. This one, Unchained is super interesting. I do love, actually, because we think about it, I do think the deck can play against Cash, can also play into Shifter. I don't think it has a bad matchup against Labyrinth, so I didn't test it enough, to be honest. Like, I maybe did 1 or 2 duels with the deck, and to be honest with you guys, I'm stuck with the idea that even if you guys don't agree, I'm gonna put it bottom 1.5. I do actually think the deck has some very high potential. I do believe that the Link 2 is a fucking costume card. That card is broken. The Link 2 is broken. It's a fucking costume card, and you guys should definitely take your hands on it. Vanquish, I said it before, I will say it now, and I was right all along. When I was putting Hero 1.5, or when I put Hero top tier 2, but I say that it was possibly gonna be a 1.5, Hero top dated European. Now we're gonna do with Vanquish. I said it was us before. I'm gonna say it's even usser now. It's not even, you know what? You know what? We're gonna give you the shame. The shameful position. Rogue. That's what you deserve. Don't. EXO. I don't care how much this deck can win. I really don't think it's good. Tier 2 at best. Like, actually tier 2 at best, because it had actually some tops. Like, for how much I care, the deck can win worlds. And it still would suck. That said, see you next time.